So Kenya, what would you say in your journey to where you are now has been the most difficult thing that you've had to break through?
I think it is stereotyping. I feel like in my career, I haven't been able to be my full self. So I always have to be extra cautious with what I say because I'm not sure how it's going to be interpreted. There are words that are used like intimidating, unapproachable, aggressive, when in reality, these things are passion and dedication. But I think that when I say something or I give critical feedback, it could be taken in a different way than if a white colleague says the same thing. So it's like really having to like super overthink everything that you say in order to make sure that you don't rub anybody the wrong way. And that's super super tough because you want a seat at the table, and you want to be heard, and you want people to respect your opinion even if it's not the same thing that everybody else is thinking. And there's so many prevailing stereotypes and about black women, and so it's really difficult. So you can be someone that's really passionate and then get labeled as someone that's intimidating, but really, why can't you just be a go-getter or ambitious? So I think that's been really difficult, and I think that those are the hardest parts.
And how does that make you feel? Like, how do you deal with that emotionally or physically?
Yeah, it's super tough. But, after all of these years, I've grown a really thick skin, So I've, stumbled along the way, and then I kind of like figured out my groove. And it makes me feel really, unhappy. But I've also learned that if you're in an environment that isn't good for you, then just leave it. And that's what I do. I'll move on. If it's something that's not healthy and it doesn't make me feel good, and I don't feel like my work and my word is being respected, then I just won't deal with it anymore. And I know that there are people that aren't in that situation where they can do that, and I had to work really hard to get there, but now it's just no compromise for me. If I'm put in that situation, I can't do it anymore. It's too much of a emotional burden, and I feel like my life is so great, and I don't want that to be a part of it. So, um, that's really how it makes me feel. It's not a good feeling. So I leave.
And finally, this is a crazy time. There's a lot of conversation. It's hard to say how things will change. What are your hopes, come out of this current, crisis situation in our society, and what do you hope happens, and maybe what you hope happens in our industry in particular?
Yeah, I really hope that people take what they're angry about now and realize it's not just this month for black people. Excuse me. I've had so many people ask me, "Oh, how are you doing?" And I'm like, this situation is bad, but guys, we deal with this on a daily basis. This has been happening for years and years and years. So what I hope is that the industry harnesses all of this anger and frustration, and they make systemic changes in the way businesses are run. I mean, that is my ultimate hope. I'm also hoping that different organizations start mentor programs. They really really are asking the people that are in their community what they need, and then deliver. So I think that brands, companies, organizations should be putting their money where their mouth is. So just as much attention that you give to other subjects or like empowering women, you need to empower people of color as well. And so I'm really hoping that this situation really helps move forward. I really want to see black women, black men on boards. I really want to see black women and men in leadership positions. And I think that eyes are being opened, and I hope that it really does affect change.